Hi everyone, and welcome to another podcast of For the Love of Drama. I am your host Fiona, and as this week it is Victor Hugo's birthday on Wednesday. He was born on the 26th of February 1802. So I thought I would talk about Les Miserables. Mostly the musical Les Miserables, which I have seen, but it was a school production at the school where I work. It was a few years ago, and it was an absolutely amazing production. So it kind of makes it a bit different if you've actually seen the musical live, as well as commenting on it. You can have an opinion on it, but it just made it more special, and it is a brilliant musical. So Les Miserables is a sung-through musical. There's very little spoken word in it actually, but the songs and the acting and the content are very, very powerful. They show how the French poorer classes at the time really, really struggled against very, very harsh conditions. And it was basically about an uprising of a small group of students. The main character of the show, who was in it right from the start, is Jean Valjean, and he has been imprisoned at the start for stealing a loaf of bread, sentenced to 19 years. When he is released, he breaks the terms of his parole because he cannot find work. Everywhere he goes, he has to admit that he is a violent criminal, and so he decides to assume a false identity. 8 years later, Valjean is a respected factory owner and mayor of a small town in France. The chief of police in the town is Javert, a man who was a prison guard when Jean Valjean was imprisoned. Les Miserables also tells the tale of Fantine, who is one of Jean Valjean's factory workers. She is working to send money to an innkeeper man and his wife that are looking after her illegitimate little girl. They, unbeknown to her, they are treating her very badly, and Fantine ends up being fired by Jean Valjean's foreman. She ends up on the streets and having to turn to prostitution, and eventually she ends up in hospital dying, and Jean Valjean goes to see her in hospital and promises to track down her little girl and give her the best life that he possibly can. Now, I'd like to say that this musical and story indeed does have a happy ending. In some ways, yes, but in a lot of ways, no, because there is a lot of death and destruction and really, really hard times. But it's such an incredible musical. It's a musical that some people go to see again and again, and very, very powerful songs in it. There are a lot of songs. Bring Him Home is very, very powerful, sung by Jean Valjean about Marius, a boy that has become like a son to him. And there is a very jolly song called Master of the House, where Monsieur Thénardier and Madame Thénardier dance and sing about fleecing all the rich people that come and stay at their inn. And there are some very sad ones as well. Little Fall of Rain by Eponine, and also very rousing ones like Do You Hear the People Sing and One Day More. Just all very incredible music. So I'm going to leave it there this time because I've gone over 5 minutes, so it's going to be lapsing into YouTube again. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again on Wednesday, where I will discuss Les Miserables in some other form. So look after yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.